back, Weather Kingdom. In this update, we are going to be watching the explosive, soon-to-happen, explosive rapid intensification here. We are watching Malissa extremely start to strengthen here. A lot of very, very bad news is starting to show up as we got now radar feeds, and we got the interesting of an eye that has now trying to develop now on visible here. And it's pretty well prone here. This is actually the storm. And this is the eye wall. So we do see a little bit right there. We do have a thing of an eye that's developing on this. So let me just quickly go back. We're going to go here. We're just going to let this play because this is going to be a very important update. I do have work at 4. But we are going to be watching Mellissa, especially tonight. We're going to be going live, getting some in. Okay. Let me get everything on here. Also, thank you guys for subscribing and liking. We are at 1,042 likes, subscribers. That was very thankful to you guys. Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How's everyone doing this afternoon? How's everyone doing? Okay. Sorry about that echoing. Everybody, if you guys are new, please like, please subscribe. That'll be very greatly appreciated. Let's try and get to 1,100 subs in this live stream. That'll be awesome. Let's try and get as high as we can with subs. Once again, we're trying to get more people engaged with the weather. We've been having so much support with this storm here. It's been absolutely awesome. And let me quickly get into here. We already got 20 people watching. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. We are watching the catastrophic beginning of a very, very strong storm here. What's the storm surge numbers? I am fine. I'm good. Kingston Airport is going to be closed tonight at 8 p.m. Yeah, I know. If you are currently, sky will be 6 to 10 feet surge. Yes, correct. By the way, the ULL upper level has gone over, making the wind shear go down to 0 knots. Yep. This is the latest satellite, you guys, and it is true. I mean, this is exploding with some very interesting stuff here. I mean, when we take a look at the IR here, this is truly on its way to start forming an eye. And I'm not liking it. If you guys do not be able to tell, let me actually go in here. This is the eye that's developing right in here. So I'm going to actually trace it. We do have an, come on, sorry you guys. We do have a little bit of a dry air socket right in this band. But that's actually, if you make that, that's going to destroy the core. That's actually not. That's actually part of the eye. That's a little bit of a... I'm doing good. And basically, this is your eye right in here, you guys, is developing right in here. And what's going to happen is this little dry air is actually going to sneak under and develop right here. We could be having a full-blown eye by tonight when I stream. This is not good. Because, like I said, this is Jamaica right in here, you guys. And Jamaica is, there's actually a lot of things now coming out of Jamaica that people are urgently screaming in the airports to evacuate as soon as possible. People are really trying because what's happening here is Jamaica, It looks like Mellissa is starting to go a little bit more west, and this is why I fear that maybe this actually will go a little bit south too when it develops and fully, and then kind of starts turning like this. And this could do something like this, you guys, in my opinion, where it can go like this, or let's say it starts turning like this. This is one I'm thinking right now, but there's even that chance where this actually can go a little bit more west, and actually maybe even skim the island here and do something like this. This is the relative possibilities now. I think at this point, we can cross definitely up here. This is not happening, okay? Nothing, even the GFS stopped doing. There's going to be no landfall here. I don't even think there's going to be a landfall over here. I just don't believe it. I think we are starting to trend in, I think, the path of, if I had to do a cone, anywhere from here to about, I would say, honestly, even missing off the coast here, I would honestly say that. I think this is the new cone here. If I had to make a cone, this will be honestly the cone, the potential cone, that it could go as south as this and far north as this. But this is going to be stalling and sitting. This is only moving, you guys, 1 mile an hour. And it's officially Hurricane Malissa, because when we take a look at the National Hurricane Center, they did and gone with the public advisory. It is now a 75-mile-an-hour storm with a 980 millibar storm. So this is definitely well on its way, and it's only moving 1 mile an hour. It's moving 1 mile an hour. It is pretty much stationary sitting here. And we do actually have some radar. And let me just quickly get the radar up here. Let me quickly update. This is a actual really impressive radar here. You can see in the Jamaican radar, look at this storm. We are really starting to see now a jog to the west. So this is actually the latest frame, and this is the eye right in here, you guys. Look at a little bit of an eye, still ragged of some bit. But you have to remember, Jamaica is about right here. And this is starting to make its turn. So I think what's going to happen, this is going to actually start shifting south and then do something like this instead. This is the latest thinking, but this is only moving 1 mile an hour. Yes, the VHA is still wrapping around the southern side yet. If you guys are new, please like, please subscribe. That would be very greatly appreciated. Also, thank you guys for hitting 3.1K in my latest live stream. That is awesome. We absolutely crushed it there. But this is the latest radar. And truly, what an eye that's developing here. We definitely got a forming eye moving very slowly. This is, remember, from earlier this morning. This is barely moving. It's starting to make that westward jog. And I tell you that if Recon was in this, this will likely be a rapidly intensifying hurricane as of right now. I guarantee you this is probably more like an 80 to 90 mile an hour hurricane. Yeah, pretty bad. Yeah, look at this. This is the likelihood of what's going on here is, let me actually take a look at visible. I'm going to update visible quickly for you guys. This is not going to hit Florida. Florida's, no, just not possible. Oh, wow, look at that eye. It's trying to form eye. I think give it a few hours because it's still in the works of it. But we are definitely seeing, see what I mean here? This is actually the mid-level eye. This is a little bit of an eye, and this is kind of drifting right into this convection. So I think what's going to happen is we're going to see a de-erosion of the convection right around here. And what's going to happen is this is just going to start wrapping around, and we're going to see an eye literally develop, I would say, by 4 o'clock. 4 or even 5 o'clock this evening. Very, very powerful hurricane. Extremely strong here. We do have latest models, too. and it's not good. This is actually, let's just quickly take a look at this. This is the latest, and basically, let's just go into the next 24 hours. And this has a 946. Remember, I'm not worried about strength. I think this is going to be way stronger at this point with the rapid intensification. But it has a 946 on the HERF that actually goes south and starts making that western turn. And basically what the HERF does, I think this is a little bit too far north, that literally just rides like this. No weather from you are on. Mid-level and low levels are complete. Okay. Let me take a look here. Mid-level. All right here. Ooh. No, you're good. You're right on that. The mid-level and low-level is stacked. Okay, sorry about that. Wow. This is HERF, but HERF likes it to literally stall and then go literally do this, you guys. I think this is very possible. I mean, this is another possibility where it literally just rides the coast here on the southern parts. And then it starts making that northern turn like here. This is one possibility from the HERF. This will be a very bad case scenario as you got a constant eye wall there. But I'm not believing that. I don't think that's that's a possibility. I think that's more like an outlier at this given point. This is the HMON, and I think this is a little bit better where this is the track. It actually does something like this. I think it could even start a little bit earlier. This HMON does this case scenario where it literally goes west way more south. This is the HERF that goes like this and then like that. So there is a little bit of, yeah, it is a Category 1 hurricane. Also, let's get up to 20 likes. That'll be very greatly appreciated. But the HMON really likes this southern solution and then honestly making landfall pretty far to the west of Jamaica here and then going into Cuba. This is also a very big thing there too. The HAFS model, remember, these models are much more big, but look at that. It literally has to start in the west and then the south. This would not even make a landfall in the next 72 hours, you guys. This is making landfall like Wednesday. This would be extremely bad because that would be like 3 days of this being on in the the Caribbean waters. This would be extremely bad, bringing devastating impacts, and then it makes that northern turn. That's very possible. This is the half speed, a little bit quicker, still has it moving very slow and has a category. I think it's going to be a Category 5 at this given point. Because also the initializing on these hurricane models suck right now. This was at 11 a.m. at 991. It's 2 o'clock and it's a 980. This is 11 millibars off. Even by 2, it had 987. The half speed initializing with the strength is off. The halves A at 2 p.m. had 982. That's a little bit closer. It's a little bit closer at this given point. So the halves here is a little bit better. Halves A on the initializing. HMON had it at 973, so HMON was a little bit too strong. So the initializing on these models have kind of sucked. Besides the HERF, that's been pretty good. Let me take a look at the latest radar here. How's everybody doing? Jamaica and his experience in history, probably. Yes, Mallissa is now a hurricane. Oh, wow, look at that. This is what you don't want to see. You got a very good eye right here. You got a very good eye wall developing right in here. You got a very good symmetrical eye developing in this. The more symmetrical that can get, the more likely satellite would really start pinpointing that. But right now in the latest frames, it is going due west at 1. Pretty strong there. Let me go quickly see if I can get some people on here to help me out. Sorry about that, you guys. Oh, that eye is going to be developing any moment. We are a few hours away from... Oh, yep, there it is, you guys. Look at that visible eye right here. It's actually clearing out right now. Also, just remember, if this develops a normal size eye instead of a pinhole, what's going to happen here is there's going to be no eye wall replacement cycles. There's some talk about the structure right now, the way it could actually form with the eye. It actually might be no eye wall replacement cycle. So that means this thing will be able to strengthen rapidly. We also got some lightning in the core. I'm pretty sure we do here. Let's go into other regions. Also, if you guys have any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Not this second, no. Yeah, in recent frames, that eye is really becoming visible. That's not good. And we still got, this is Dural minimum right now. Usually storms form better at night. So we could be talking about some intense, rapid intensification tonight. I'm not even rolling out a Category 2 by the 8 o'clock advisory, about 110. I'll not rule out a Category 3 by 11 at this point. If the eye continues to come out like this, the eye is really getting visible on the visible cloud tops. That's not good. Tells me we are soon to start seeing the go away. Yep, there it is, you guys. It's about to really start intensifying if this continues to look like this. We're starting to see an eye trying to form. Just has to warm it up. Not good at all. This is really bad because the conditions are very primed. And just by the way, with the rainfall totals, you're talking about some historic rainfall totals. You're talking about 30 plus inches. This is the latest hurricane model. You are easily on about quite a lot, actually. Pretty crazy here. Wow. This is also a very big hurricane. This is actually bringing some tropical storm conditions into the islands here. This is the main right here. But right now, with it going, Jamaica will be completely covered. This is a big hurricane force field right now on this. If it actually made landfall, it will pretty much cover half of the island. That's just some interesting data right there. Jamaica is under hurricane warning. Rainfall potential totals are 30 plus inches. You're talking about National Hurricane Center has 20 to 30 inches of rain right on the eastern side of Jamaica in Kingston. And they even say isolated 30 plus. That's up to 3 plus feet of rain possibility. I think this will be soon eventually all over Jamaica as 30 plus inches of rain as the conditions continue to worsen. When we take a look, I'm waiting for latest tropical guidance. Let me quickly take a look at the stream. How are we doing? 70 people. We got 70 people watching. Thank you for everybody watching this stream. This is awesome. Let's try and get up to 30 likes, everybody. Start liking the stream right here, right now. That'd be very greatly appreciated. Oh, no, look at that. Eye is starting to appear, you guys. We are probably like 30 minutes to an hour away. We're very close to an eye forming. Yep, look at this. You definitely have an eye forming. Now you're starting to see this go like this. You're seeing the old eye come in like this right here. So this is that, and now you got your new VH. So what's going to happen is this is starting rapid, extreme. This is soon going to start rapid intensification. Pretty big here. The latest structure out of this is a pretty well-noted structure. We do have, this is our latest frame, we do have an eye right in here. And we do got a full ring of convection directly around the eye. So a very, very good structure here as of right now. How is everybody doing? Recon's going to be very interesting later. Yeah, look at that. We got an eye clearing right here, right now. The eye of Hurricane Mellissa is really starting to appear. Let's look at radar here on the latest frames. Oh, yeah, look at that. We're really starting to see it pin. Oh, no. That's not good. That's not good, you guys. Yep. Not good. Malissa is likely about to start exploding when I'm at work. This sucks. Look at this eye formation coming on radar. We are having almost, the eye wall is almost completely submerged in a consolidated. Look at that. The eye wall is like this. You got the southern one and the northern parts are still a little weak. But also, this is starting to make its turn to the west. If you look at the last few frames, you're really starting to do with a west movement now. So what's going to, I think, happen is this is gently going to dive like this. And then I wonder if it's just going to shoot north or what it's about to do. The latest ensembles. I mean, let me just look at the ensembles because there is some still indications that maybe this does try and go a little bit further south than previous models. Some of the strong ones. We're talking about like Milton level. We got 80 people here, you guys. We are at 25 likes. Let's get up to 40 likes before 3 o'clock. Also, let's get up to 1,100 subscribers. We're at 1,043 subscribers. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for all the support. Very greatly appreciated. Yeah, I mean, it's not too bad, but there's still some on the European that goes way more south and then shoot north. There's that weird one that goes all the way to the Cayman Islands. I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, this is just some of the European 6Zs. Don't worry about strength. But this is, yeah, they're about in pretty good agreement now. A lot better in agreement that this might just go a little bit south and then to the north. I don't think it's going to go too far west. We're going to have to wait and see, though. Oh, no, I'm not liking this, you guys. That eye is becoming visible. This is not about to be a good thing, you guys. The eye is about to become... If the eye becomes visible before 5 o'clock advisory, we'll be in major trouble. Really nasty eye that's developing here. Cool, latest frame. Look at that. Look how those yellows and oranges are continuing to wrap around the eye wall. We probably got a Category 2 hurricane here. In my opinion, I think we probably got a 90 to a 100-mile-an-hour storm right now. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Very greatly appreciate it. I will be live no matter what later. So everybody, I will be live probably around this, or a little bit earlier. I'm going to try and do around, I'm going to try for 10 to 10:30, all right? We're going to try and go live for that. Oh, no. This is really about to start showing an eye. Oh, my. This is about to absolutely go haywire. Oh, Melissa, why are you doing this? Melissa is rapidly organizing. Damn it. All right, quickly, I want to actually invite someone here. We're going to go to the Discord, and we're actually going to go down into the Weather Kingdoms. By the way, you guys, if you guys want to subscribe to Trevor's Weather X Tropics, the link will be on my YouTube. We're about here. You guys would need to let me know if you guys can hear them. I'll let you guys know when they're in. Wow, look at that. Mallissa is doing it, you guys. Mallissa is actually doing it. You got vertical hot towers. Yep. Mellissa is starting to do it, you guys. This is not good. Because I know exactly where this is going to go. And it's starting to move west. Wow.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Hey, what is up, you guys? How are you guys?
We're good.
We're doing good.
I currently have the satellite pop up here. I'm actually going to share it into the Discord here. For you guys. So, I have the satellite popped up here, and this is probably about to begin some extreme strengthening. I would say
it is, and we've gone confirmation that vertical hot towers are starting now.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like an eye is probably less than an hour or two away being visible. I mean,
there they are. Yeah, right there.
This is impressive. I mean, this is textbook vertical hot towers. You got vertical. This is one set right here, and this is a massive one right there, and these are going to actually start rotating around each other. Then, look at that. We're actually seeing a little bit more right there. So we're going to continue to see this wrap around, but look at what's happening in the middle here. Those whites are starting to go away. So this is likely to, once this has an eye, this is likely to be...
This is going to bomb out.
This is going to be a bomb out storm. I'm sorry to break this to you guys. Latest data looks like it's starting to move now west like we feared. Because when we actually take a look at the radar, each run that comes in on radar. It just gets better and better. Towards the end here, when we take it to the end, look at this.
Lord.
Look how quick this eye has gotten symmetrical. I've been talking to them. We're actually starting to see some red colors develop on the western side here. But look at this, you guys. We got a perfectly round eye wall now, really in the shapes. I don't see anything weird about the eye wall, no vertical alignment. This is very, very bad because look at the westward movement now. We're starting to see a westward jog like I feared. And look how quickly this eye has just come in with each frame. So I think this is why invisible satellite, when we take a look here, we're starting to see a monster storm that's about to erupt. And you guys have to remember, I was talking to Tristan with this and with a few other people here. The structure actually is very good. Even if you guys, I know there's a lot of things, what is it? Eyeball replacement cycles. So I don't know if you guys heard Tristan talking about the eyeball replacement cycles, that this structure actually will not support an eyeball replacement cycle. The only time it will is when it literally bombs out or making landfall and after on Jamaica. What's your guys' opinion on that?
I would also just like to bring up the fact that because it's so close to Jamaica, we actually have good radar imagery of it for probably the next 2 days. So we'll be able to tell, even when there's no recon in the storm, if there is an impending eyewall replacement cycle or not.
Yeah, and our T is now at 5 as well.
Oh, that went up. Last time I looked, it was 4.
Yeah, so I mean, we got we got some people in the chat from Jamaica. I'm hearing that Jamaica is
you people in Jamaica. All I have to say is, since airports are shutting down tomorrow, all I have to say is hope and pray your little island survives this.
I would like to. Yeah.
I would like to tell them that this is not a storm to mess with. This is not gonna be a quick, maybe 1 or 2 hours of very strong winds and rain and about a day worth of rain, and then it's done. This is going to be a multi-day event.
Yeah, and the worst thing is, yes,
the coastline getting ripped with eyewall force, category 4 force winds for days on end, not just hours, but days on end.
Yeah. Some of these hurricane models are, I'm not going with the strength because the initializing is not the best in my opinion. I mean, some of these initializing, like the halves model, are all initializing this. This was a little bit earlier, but had 11 a.m. as a 988 one. In reality, it was a 982. So the initializing on these halves, on the strength, I'm not buying, but it does have it moving west and actually as it moving a little bit north and then a little bit west, like it's currently doing, and then literally just sit south of Jamaica. And it doesn't make a landfall into like 72 hours in 3 days from now. So
right
you're talking
into,
about, yeah,
right into Kingston as well.
I'm actually trending more for a Western solution. I think it's going to be not Kingston. I mean, with all the data I got, I think it's not going to do that. I think it's going to be somewhere between here to about here. I think it's going to be more on this side of Jamaica. I could be wrong. I like to see the 18Z runs. I will be at work though, so I'll be able to look at that when I come home and go live right away. But this is absolutely impressive. I mean, the rainfall totals, you're going to have storm surge. I mean, this is going to be, like people said, a Puerto Rico's Maria. But I honestly think this will be worse than even the Puerto Rico's Maria, because Maria actually moved. This storm is going to be stalling.
You
And-
want, all right,
Out to the,
Yes.
out to
Am I-
the folks in Puerto
Okay.
Rico, if you live in Puerto Rico, please take it wise that your state is under a state of emergency for flooding. So please take that by caution.
I would also like to say that this does not remind me that this is less of a Maria and more of a Dorian or a Harvey, in my opinion.
Yeah. I
And I
agree.
also would like to say that even if, let's say for those in Kingston, if this misses to your west, the land falls to the west, that does not mean that you're on any better than near the landfall point. Yes, you may dodge the worst of the winds, but you're going to have that constant onflow of surge and wind. You're also going to have your tropical tornadoes since you're going to be in the right front quadrant of this system. This is going to be a really bad event, regardless of where it makes landfall on Jamaica.
Yeah, I think they can hear you guys, right?
They can.
Okay, good. I was
So
just
in
making
my-
sure.
So, in my personal opinion, if I was in Jamaica right now, I would either hunker down and prepare for weeks of isolation and potential lack of utilities, or I would evacuate.
The thing is, the evacuations, they're really running out. I mean, it's already 3 p.m. A lot of the airports are planning on closing. This deadline is
I can
probably
see
in
the
a few hours. And there's been some talk on social media that people in Jamaica is right now rushing to evacuate. And I know David was saying that too. I don't know how true that is. I mean, it probably is because people are probably realizing that this storm is a bigger deal than it is. And the
And,
sad thing is,
I'll
if you
keep this in
cannot,
mind, Weather Kingdom.
yeah,
People, Tristan did say that they are expecting this to be a major by 11 p.m. if it
I
does
agree.
come in.
I mean, if the eye can actually clear out pretty quick here, and we can get a very well organized eye in the next like 2 to 3 hours, I'm afraid by 8 o'clock this could be a 110. I would like to see how recon is, but I
would-
guarantee you we're probably in the mid 970s, maybe even low 970 millibar range right now, with winds up to 100 miles an hour. I think recon will easily find that,
Recon goes out there.
because recon went out there much earlier when this was still not even vertically stacked fully. But now with it being vertically stacked, I mean, we kind of fear the worst, and the worst is coming to true. This is just devastating. You got very heavy rainfall. You got very strong winds. You got days on end of major impacts. Regardless of development, like we've been saying, this is going to be bringing like 3 to plus feet of rain.
Well, yes, Weather Kingdom, I would just like to also say this to whoever is listening in Jamaica. I know you guys use different measurements for your rainfall. Some models are showing over 1,000 millimeters of rainfall. And that is not even accounting for the entire potential event. That is until probably Tuesday. 1,000 millimeters.
I want to actually kind of honed in on the waves and some of the surge and some of the major impacts here off
Do the
these.
rainfall first.
Yeah, so I'm going to do rain accumulations. What day should I go to? So
I would just slowly go through. I say probably till mid-Monday. That's probably right about where landfall's probably going to be, about mid-Monday.
why is it not working? Oh, mid-Monday. Okay, so this is your GFS. They do have easily just off the coast, right against the coastline, up to 20 inches of rain. Even Kingston, about 15 inches of rain. Maypen 6 to 7.
And just so everyone knows, in Jamaica, that is in the Kingston area, you are right by a bay that could get this storm surge. What did they say, Delta? Like 5 to 6 feet of rain over there.
1,000 millimeters I saw on the European model.
What are they saying for storm surge?
I think it depends on how strong it is. Quick Weather Kingdom.
Yeah.
Go into your settings on windy, and you can change it to millimeters.
Oh, I'm not too good with that. Oh.
Go to the menu.
Yeah.
Windy. Settings.
Let's go look. Oh, yep.
And then you change it to millimeters. Just for Jamaica.
Yep.
God.
So yeah, you guys, look at it. 600 to 700 milliliters on the GFS. And I'm not really going with the GFS. Let me try and use the Euro. Oh, what the heck with the Euro? Oh, this is something like it. I mean, look at this model. It wants 700 to 800, even right there, 856. I mean, even in Kingston, you're talking about 790 milliliters of rain. I mean, that's pretty impressive here. I don't got all the models here on windy, but I mean, you're talking about 800 plus milliliters of rain in Kingston, Antonio Bay, Port Antonio, Moreton Bay. You're talking about Lidstead, and I think Maypen, even all the way back in here. I think if the track is more on this side, the entire island can easily get this. I mean, I wish I got more models I can show you, but I guess they only...
knots.
What?
75 knots for it. We're at 86.
What do you mean?
Okay, so the tropical forecast automatic system just detected 75 knots with a millibar pressure of 976.
I can see that. That's actually pretty reasonable right there.
So we are in the reasonable category 1 hurricane as an 85 mile per hour storm.
Oh, this is not good. I mean, look at these two cloud tops. Look at the center there. Slowly but surely getting clearer and clearer. And I'm telling you, by 5 o'clock, when I'm at full-blown work, I wish I was going to be home for this, because I know that when I come back, this is not going to be a pretty scene at all. This is going to be a probably category 2 almost hurricane, maybe even worse. I mean, look at water vapor here. You can see it, these vertical hot towers. Look how right here, it's getting lighter and lighter, you guys. Look. Look at that. Boom. This is a vertical hot tower. This is a vertical hot tower. And then this is the eye trying to develop right in here. Very visible on the water vapor right now.
So there's one thing I'm a little bit concerned about Weather Kingdom about. When we get to that 155 max, I'm a little bit concerned that they will find stronger winds just from recon. So we could be talking more higher up, like 100 and probably 150s to 100, maybe 165.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean,
That's why I'm like, I don't think this, if it's going to 155 mile per hour max.
Okay, so they actually
recon.
Interesting. For the 5 p.m. update on Tropical Tibbets is exactly 976 millibars and 75 knots. Huh. That's interesting, you guys. I mean, I know Recon's going to go in before 5, but I think that's their initial thinking right now is 85 mile an hour storm. And I think I can, I wish they did more updates, like hourly updates, but it's okay. I think this is an easy 80 to 85 mile an hour storm right now, in my opinion. Not a category 2 yet. I think I will go 90 at most. But we are likely, once D-Max starts coming in, and probably after 5, we're very likely to go into some pretty crazy intensification here. And probably a category 2 by the end of tonight.
Hey, Weather Kingdom.
Yeah.
I looked at the experimental halves B run version 2. It's a little bit west on the western side of the track, and it's saying a 917 155 knot landfall.
Oh, wow. That would be devastating. Very, very bad.
So essentially, we're gonna go from a confusing track to a less confusing track within the next couple hours. Within the next probably 24 hours.
I mean, look at this hurricane. I mean, this is just ugly and beautiful. Let's just say
I would
that.
also just like to say, because I know Jamaica, even though I haven't been there, is pretty mountainous, and I know there's like 7,000 foot peak on that island.
There is, yes.
You are going to have much stronger winds at the top of that peak, near that top of that peak, than you will at the surface by a good margin. And you're going to have wind tunnel effects in between the hills and the mountains on Jamaica. So
Correct.
if this makes landfall at even like a category 4, let's say 130 mile per hour winds, in localized areas, you can have gusts of well over that, maybe even into category 5 force winds. And if you show, could you pull up the European 850 winds?
European 850. This was 6Z. Do you want me to go to Pivotal?
Look at the hurricane Euro.
Hurricane. Oh.
Down. Melissa. Go all the way to landfall on it. Okay, so that's a little on the lower end. So do like the latest hurricane models.
Oh.
Okay. So here you go. Go right to landfall. Okay. So what this is showing is that you're going to have category 4 to category 5 force winds at the top of those peaks and in those hills with wind tunnel potential effects. So the higher you are, the stronger the winds are going to be.
Correct.
So if you are staying for this storm and you have not chosen to evacuate or anything like that, in my opinion, I would.
Essentially, you're going to say, if you're staying for the storm, best of luck.
I would, if you are in those hills, in those valleys, you really would want to get to an area that is not as flat as possible. Not low next to the coast, but as flat as possible. Maybe like an elevated plain or something. Just get away from those those valleys, so that you don't have those wind tunnel like effects and the mudslides. The landslides and the mudslides from the rain are going to be. If you're in those hills, and you could have a landslide wipe out your only road in and out of your property. And you will literally be stuck there with no utilities, no access, escape for potentially weeks due to the long duration of this event and all of the damage and the effects of this event. So
Look
you
at
need
this
to take
eye.
those into account when you're making your storm preps. It's like, it might just be worth it where you live. Even if you think your house could withstand it, will you be able to withstand the fact that you'll probably be isolated for weeks afterwards?
That's the sad part about this all.
Even
this
the
is
National Hurricane
devastating.
Center said that on their latest discussion. Let me see if I can pull that up.
Oh my goodness, it looks like we're starting to move just due west. It's definitely starting to move like it's due west here. Look at this eye.
Up in 46 minutes.
What?
Recon is going out there in 46, not 46 seconds, 46 minutes.
Look at this eye wall, especially the western and northern side. I really wonder what's the winds in that. I would say this is probably closing in on 90-mile-an-hour winds.
Hey, Kingdom.
Yeah.
I would just like to reiterate what the National Hurricane Center said at the last public advisory.
Yeah.
All right. Key messages for Jamaica. Melissa's slow movement will bring a multi-day period of damaging winds and heavy rainfall beginning tonight, likely causing catastrophic flash flooding, numerous landslides, extensive infrastructural damage, long-duration power and communication outages, and if you're in the higher elevations, like I said, and in isolated communities, potentially prolonged isolation of those communities. All preparations should be completed today. That is if you're evacuating or if you are preparing to ride it out.
Wow. The future radar that I use on my app at 3:14 tomorrow, it's still way south of Jamaica. It's actually, I could probably pinpoint it. It has it at this time tomorrow only being right here.
What we need is the eye to actually show up to see if it's actually going outside the cone or if it's going in the cone.
Actually, I could probably wait. Zoom Earth. Wait.
Yeah, that's the thing. Zoom Earth would show if it's going outside.
Zoom Earth. Let's go use it. Because we'll be able to tell where the eye is. So. Okay, that's weird. Okay, what in the world? Oh, that's hard to see. It's not updated either. It's 250.
Oh, it is. It is.
It's actually right along the cone. I think, in my personal opinion, what's going to happen is that was a little bit further north.
I think the second we get that eye wall or that eye in there, we'll start seeing it.
Yep. Oh, Kingston, remember, you guys, is right over here. That's the capital, right? Not good. I will have to go around 3:30. In the next 15 minutes, you guys. I do have work at 4. I really wish I did not.
I would also like just to say that it wasn't forecasted to be more than 90 miles per hour for another 12 hours, and that was at the last advisory.
Oh my goodness. Look at... Oh my goodness. Look at the eye forming. It is so close. It's about to go crazy. Look at that vertical hot towers. Look at it.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting what we're seeing. Let me see what Chase is saying about it.
And look at that. This little guy is going to look at that. Boom. Rotating in the eye. We're about to see some pretty crazy warming in the core of this system. And probably the next 30 minutes, to be honest with you. Tropical Tibbets is also showing it. Look at that. Boom. Only if that convection doesn't completely cover it up again.
I'm looking at what they're saying.
Delta, what's your opinion on the satellite in the latest? I mean, what's your opinion? Is this getting worse?
This is getting worse, and I have a bad feeling that this is going to outperform.
I agree.
It's got that look. It's got the I can say it's got that look. It's got the appearance of what
Many
Beryl,
other had.
Milton, Aaron is a good recent example. Humberto did a little bit of the same thing as well before it started bottoming out. And I have a feeling that we're going to be looking at a major hurricane potentially as early as as tonight.
Yeah, I can see that. Watch, I come home and you guys are telling me I'm gonna be joining the VC. I'll be like, oh, I'm leaving work.
Melissa, our fourth major hurricane.
Yeah, I can actually imagine that. That would be crazy. Oh wow, look at that beauty. Woo-hoo. Woo.
Look at that monster.
This is gonna be bad. Do you think it's gonna make? Where do you think it's gonna make landfall? In your opinion?
It's likely going to make landfall where, like, it's going to make landfall anywhere between the western tip of Jamaica and on east of the offshoot right by where Kingston is.
So you're talking about over here?
It's from there.
Where? Here?
A little bit more to the west, right where the lowest part to the south of Jamaica is.
Yeah, right here.
All the way to the western tip. That's where my predicted landfall location could be.
I agree with you on that. Wow,
which
look.
Also put a heavy onshore tidal and onshore
flow.
Surge and surge right into
Kingston.
Kingston Bay.
That's pretty bad.
It's extremely rare to see a Category 5 make landfall.
Yeah, but it looks like Melissa's gonna try it. And it's so far been doing a damn good job.
This is a big if. If Recon finds stronger winds than 155, then I'll support it.
I personally would not be surprised if when Recon goes in, if they find something that's already potentially.
If Recon finds something, I'll most certainly go ahead and do something about it. Saying this is stronger than what we expected.
I think this is easily going to be a 90-mile-an-hour storm by Recon goes in. And I will be worried if we have a 970 millibar storm or under. If we have that, then we are in some big trouble. I would say, honestly, I think I agree with Tropical too. It's 85-mile-an-hour winds, 976. I think the millibar pressure is lower, though. I'll go with more 973. In my opinion.
See, people are saying that this is making landfall at 175. That's a big if Recon finds stronger winds than that 165, 170 threshold.
In my opinion, I am going to say that the likely landfall intensity, in my opinion, and that's with if the NHC trends
rapid clearing in the eye. Oh no, here we go. Look at this. Oh, we got eyeballs now in the eye wall. Eye. You see that? You see that in the latest frame? Look at that. It has eyes, you guys. It's a living. Look. Bam. Bam. It's a face right here in the eye. That's not good. Woo-hoo.
Yeah.
That escalated in one frame. Yo, that thing looks like it's staring down Jamaica now. Look at that. You see how it's giving that dirty look? The two eyeballs. You guys see this?
Yeah.
I see that, yeah.
I would put landfall intensity anywhere between 140, 150, and 165 or 170.
What I can't forget about that.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. Oh, wow, look at that. It has a little bit of eyes. It is starting to deepen. Mallissa is going to be a monster for Jamaica. and that's not good.
I think they're gonna put it more stronger than 155. Won't be surprised by advisory 18 what they do.
I think what they're gonna do is a 90 mile an hour. I think when recon goes in, I think the next update's 90 miles an hour, 973 millibars. I think that would be a reasonable thing. And then I think it would by 11 o'clock or even 8 o'clock advisory, if they do find 115, or no, wait, take that back. They'll probably find like 100. What?
170 does not exist. So essentially what would happen is it would go up to 175.
Do anywhere from 150 to 175.
Yeah.
I don't know why they don't let 170 exist. That's stupid. Is it? I don't know.
It's the knots. There's a bunch of equations for knots of how you can do it.
I see. Oh my god, I'm watching every frame. This is about to get ugly very quick. Oh, yep. Oh, yep. Look at this beautiful eye.
All right. I think the next big sign on infrared that we should be looking at is clearing in the center or warming in the center, and then the classic major hurricane skull look on infrared with the eye as an eye.
Yeah. Weather Kingdom, 85 mile an hour winds, National Hurricane Center by DataBot. Oh, Tristan just confirmed it. The National Hurricane Center is now going with 85 mile an hour winds.
Recon goes out there at 3 p.m.
Thank you, Tristan, for that. Tristan did just get it in bot. This is now from the National Hurricane Center bot. It is an 85 mile an hour storm.
Category 1.
We are now in a mid-grade Category 1 hurricane, and I honestly think when Recon goes out there, we're going to be talking more like 90 to even 100 mile an hour winds, and if that eye can clear out before Recon can go in.
Keep this in mind, Weather Kingdom, they also hate, NHC also hates 95.
Yeah, I know.
They simply just skip it and go to 100.
I just don't think, I think what they're going to do is, if they did, I don't know. I think that they will do 90 at most at the 5 p.m. update, and at 8 o'clock, if there is support for Category 2, then at 8 p.m. it will be a 100 mile an hour storm. And then if let's say this intensifies even faster, and they find major hurricane force winds that I don't know how it's going to be when I'm at work. I could come back to a full-fledged Hurricane Dorian look. I don't know.
Please no.
I pray not to. Yeah, this storm is starting to move west. Look at that. A lot more of a west movement. It's actually, in the latest frame, went south a little bit. So maybe it's going to dip a little bit as it bottoms out in the future. Let me quickly here. I want to do something. Just give me a second, everybody. Just give me a second. This is the latest radar right here. Look at this eye. Bam. Moving west right here. I really wish I can stay on past 4. Oh my goodness. This eye is... Look at that. Oh, it's giving that look, you guys. Give it probably up to like 5 o'clock, and we're gonna have a pretty interesting eye develop.
10 to 20 feet of storm surge is expected. Yeah, 95, 135, and 70 doesn't exist.
20 feet of storm surge, and that is not even counting wind-driven surf on top of that, breakers on top of that.
Correct.
Can you want to do it?
Yeah, I was. Yep. That's the latest satellite right now. Do you guys want to talk about what's another thing we haven't really talked about in this update?
I haven't a whole lot of nothing to talk about because it's surprising me right now. Trying to keep it a secret from everyone.
I'm a little afraid this is going to be a very devastating storm. Honestly, this is going to be a very devastating storm. And just
here, I'll read this off from another server I got. Once I find it. Okay. Announcement. Category 1, Hurricane Mellissa. Current status right now, 75 miles per hour. Winds, torturous rain. The storm is still expected to hit Jamaica with catastrophic flooding and winds. This is a big difference. Start repairing right now if you're in the path of this. Cuba, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and the Bahamas. 10 to 20 feet of storm surge is possible in some areas. 15 to 25 inches of rain is likely. Some areas could get 35 inches of rain.
Good afternoon, y'all. I know we're watching the vertical hot towers surround the center right now. I need to repeat this. The strength doesn't matter. It's the rainfall
correct.
And the surge. And this is what I'm concerned about. The National Hurricane Center highlighted this. If I'm going to look for it right now. But here's the thing. Considering how Haiti is and how isolated Jamaica is, the worst case situation is after the storm. Because even when the storm passes, some communities, and this is not an exaggeration, may not get help for weeks to months. And that's really unfortunate. We saw that during Maria in 2017. This is literally Jamaica's Maria. And I'm sad to say that the forecast continues, or even goes a little bit more west and then makes landfall. This is not going to be a very good situation at all. The National Hurricane Center literally has said extensive infrastructural damage, long duration power and communication outages, the potential of prolonged isolation of communities, days, weeks to months. This is not just and here's another thing we haven't talked about. All of Jamaica's fresh water, or almost all of their wells, is on the southern side of the island when it makes landfall. So fresh water's out if the surge gets in there. This is potentially a humanitarian crisis, not just a landfall. So we are witnessing not only Jamaica's potentially strongest storm, its worst storm.
You guys, it's moving a little southwest.
That we expected that because of ridge building as it intensifies.
Look at the radar.
We expected that.
Look,
now we don't know if it's gonna go a category 5. And the reason why I don't know that is only because of the problems she had last night might have delayed her enough to where she may not be able to get into a 5. This is for the people who study wind speeds, because in this situation it doesn't matter at all. We are going to have Jamaica is good with storms. I call them the Bermuda of the Caribbean, but I don't think they're ready for this one. I really truly believe we're going to have by the way, Weather King, you know how I know they may not be ready? People were panicking at the airport today in Jamaica. They finally realized how bad this thing might be. And the airport is closed. All of them.
I would also like to say that if you decide to evacuate, by water. Your time to do so is running out fast.
I don't think you should because the waves are going to be so bad out to sea.
If they go west or north away,
Okay, maybe, but going north is not an option because it eventually turns to Cuba.
Yeah.
So essentially, here's what we're facing. We're facing a
Hunker down situation.
Dorian Harvey, Melissa,
Gilbert.
Mitch situation.
Gilbert.
Thank you
No,
for the
Gilbert,
$5
Gilbert.
donation, Bella Forever. Appreciate the $5 donation. Thank you.
Oh, one more thing, and this is what's really concerning. All the methods of rapid intensification, almost every method of rapid intensification is more than 40%. In fact, at least half of them from this graph are a 88% of doubling our winds in rapid intensification. So if you have an 88%, we have a 47% of a 65. In fact, models are going for 70 knot. And a lot of the rapid intensification, at least the 40 to 45 knots, is more than a 70 to 80%.
Okay, I just want to reiterate this. So right now it's 75 knots.
Yes.
A 65 knot increase is 140 knots. That is a category 5.
That is a little bit low on the spectrum. A lot of them are saying at least a high in category 4. The only reason why we're questioning a 5 is because the shear earlier sort of pushed it north, but the strengthening is now pulling it back to the south.
Correct.
So I wonder if that balance is going to actually allow her to be a brief category 5, which in record books, this will only be the second season to have 3+ Cat 5s. The only other one was 2005. Not that it matter. I just want to.
You never know. Can I quickly? I know this is about to be off topic, but I just want to give this. I know in the longer range we're talking about, just a very interesting winter-like pattern into November that we will be going live if this scenario happens. I don't think it will, but this is the coldest I have seen it in November in the United States in quite a few years.
Also,
just
I do want to mention something.
FYI.
The ensembles think that this storm is 80 miles an hour right now. Now, you may think at first, oh, that's not so bad. She's only 85. That's considering the continuous intensification.
Oh my God! Look at that pinhole trying to develop. Look at the eye.
And for people that this is not a wind issue. Yes, the wind will be bad depending on landfall. You can hide from the wind,
but you can't hide from the surge and the rain
and water.
Yep, water will always find you.
Don't say it like that. You could take safety precautions, but I have a really bad feeling considering the panic that is going over Jamaica now. I have a very bad feeling that we are going to be facing a humanitarian crisis.
Oh my goodness, the eye is about to happen. Look at it. The eye is about to happen, you guys. Look at this ragged eye right here. Look at this. The eye is right there.
Does Jamaica have shelter for category 5? So I know I've heard, I can't confirm this from Jamaica. I need people to actually honest with us if you're watching from Jamaica.
Huh.
I know y'all structures are decent because I know y'all did it after Hurricane Gilbert of 1988. Because I heard your codes are decent considering that storm. But I don't think you're higher than 140. I could be wrong. I don't know the infrastructure of Jamaica.
Oh, this is going southwest right now. It's going more west and southwest, southwest. That's not good. The eye is located. Wow, look at this eye. That the western side is very strong on the radar. very strong. Oh wow,
But-
look at. I will have
but-
to go, you guys, because I do have work at 4. I really wish I could stay on and just watch this. This would have been awesome. Just staying on and watching this event.
But
Look at, oh
for-
my goodness. I'm gonna literally come back with a full-blown eye. And it's sad.
So
I-
for people that are in Jamaica, I've said this during tornado outbreaks and stuff. This is a very bad situation, but common sense, and you can't panic in this situation. You have to think very smart.
Correct.
You're going to get through this, even if it's bad.
Like
I
they
have high
say,
hope.
there's always a light on the other side.
So
Right?
for the people in Jamaica, don't panic. If
Just-
whatever preparations you could do, clean your gutters or whatever, do that. If you know your area is prone to landslides, really try to avoid those areas, because I know the whole area is decently mountainous, but you will be okay. Just think smart. Don't
Oh my
drive
god,
into
people are
the
trying to
waters.
tell me to call off sick. I literally have work in 20 minutes, you guys. I wish I could.
So for the people in Jamaica,
Oh my god,
You will
everybody's
get
now
through.
calling off sick. The heck?
you're getting
Oh.
through this. You're gonna get through this. Just be calm. Don't panic. Be prepared. You still have, especially if you're in central to western Jamaica, you got a bit of time. In eastern Jamaica, rain bands are starting to enter the fray. So. get
Also, I
ready
do want to
and
give a
think-
shout out to WX Trevor. He's actually been doing a lot of updates, and this is actually a good time to tell you guys he will be making updates while I'm at work, probably. So you guys should really go check him out, because when I'm at work and I'm busy, he's actually going to be giving you guys the latest information on the satellite and stuff. And I really recommend you guys to check him out. You know, he's part of the weather community, and let's try and get him to 100 subscribers. He's only 20 away at this point. So let's all sub to him. Let's subscribe, share it, like, and give him some love. It'll be very greatly appreciated. He's been working very hard towards his goal. But for that being said, I mean, that's about it. I do have to wrap it up. I do have to, head out in like a few minutes. I really wish I can call off, but, too late now. I wasn't expecting this to do something like this, but I will try and be out of work as soon as possible and try and keep everything situated, because I know what this satellite's looking like. The eye is literally about to go crazy. This is the latest frame of the radar. Let me update it. This is literally the latest frame, and look at that southern eye wall. Look at this eye wall. Just full on causing issues here, and I'm very afraid to see this later on. This is the latest satellite imagery here, and yikes. The eye is slowly but surely
They're saying
Coming
okay,
along
so
here.
they're saying this thing's a 22-kilometer eye right now.
22 kilometers, 2 miles. 22 miles, it would be a 13.6 mile wide eye right now, potentially, by the data, if that is the case.
Look at the shape of her though. Melissa is just wow.
Let's look at the
She
true color
is-
quickly. Look at this true color here. What a
Also,
Oh,
I came in
perfect.
late
Look at
on-
All I gotta say about Melissa is she's an angel in structure, a devil in impact.
yep.
They're starting to get the rain out of this too. Wow.
Yeah, they are.
If you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe, please like. We did hit our goal 50 likes. Thank you guys. I will be live later on. Hopefully whoever else would like to join, that will be very greatly appreciated. I will let you guys know and keep you guys, I'll try and give you guys some posts and updates, but I know it's going to be very, very busy today. because there's a lot of tournaments in the area, so it's going to be a lot of big orders and all that, and I do have to focus on my job first. Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
come
she's
on,
doing a
Melissa.
classic eye signature.
Come on, Melissa. You're
See
really
that?
doing this to me.
Oh,
Trevor,
that's
are you
not
going
looking at
live
it.
after this?
No. I plan it. If this goes up to major hurricane status, I do plan on releasing a video.
I would
This is
honestly
already-
keep them updated and make videos, and it will really help.
Lord.
Oh my goodness, this
I
eye.
have a Twitter account.
Or I actually have a better idea. Trevor, why don't you do a stream? We don't have to talk, more like a satellite radar stream that we can answer questions and stuff while watching the monitoring Melissa.
Oh yeah.
True. All right.
Yeah,
I guess we'll do that.
That's a good idea.
So people on Weather Kingdom's channel, hopefully Trevor can do this quickly before
I do have to go.
work. I know that he does have to go. So
I did just send the
Trevor,
link
if you-
into the channel
Yes, do
in the
that.
chat. So I'm gonna go, you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody in Jamaica, please be safe. We'll all be praying for you. Thank you for everyone's support on the channel. We have absolutely crushed it this season so far. We have hit many goals this summer, and I'm looking forward for a lot of winter goals. And definitely, we're going to be talking about some winter weather potentially, according to some of the latest U.S. models. I've been watching this. I haven't been wanting to do it, but it's looking more and more likely that we might actually be having a pretty interesting winter in fall. I mean, look at the latest Euro. Look at this on November 7th. This is only a few days out. You got some probably very cold 20-degree nighttime temperatures. So I'm just giving you guys a little update in the U.S. weather that we are going to be talking about after all of this Mallissa stuff. We're going to start transitioning into the winter weather aspect that I honestly love, and start talking about the pattern, the severe weather, and more into the United States weather. So if you guys want to know what's happening in your area,
Trevor?
stay tuned to the Weather
Trevor?
Kingdom.
Trevor, real quick before you end it, Trevor, it's moving southwest. It's doing the ridge building. I think we need that automatic stream. She's doing some major stuff.
Thank you.